The advanced combat optical gun sights at the center of this controversy are being used by American Marines in Afghanistan. It's impossible to say just how many of the soldiers know the meaning of the letters and numbers that have been inscribed on them. The Ministry of Defence in London has admitted they were not aware of the significance of the markings on the gun sights, which are now also being issued to the Royal Marines fighting in Helmand. This is just one example of the coded references the manufacturers freely admit to putting on their high-tech piece of equipment. 2COR4:6. That is a reference to a verse in the 2 Corinthians of the New Testament, which reads, "For God who commanded the light to shine out of darkness hath shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ." A spokesman for US Central Command, which oversees combat operations here in Afghanistan, is quoted as saying the inscribed sites do not violate the self-imposed military ban on proselytizing because no effort is made to distribute the equipment beyond the US soldiers who use them. The situation is not unlike the situation with US currency, he said. Are we going to stop using money because the bills have "In God We Trust" on them? As long as the sites meet the combat needs of troops, they'll continue to be used, he said. But there's little doubt the inscriptions hand a potentially powerful propaganda coup to the Taliban and provides them with a fresh rallying call for new recruits. It comes just at a time when President Karzai is trying to tempt fighters away from their ranks with promises of jobs and reintegration into Afghan society.
It is embarrassing for the whole mankind that why they are using religion for this criminal purpose, and the religion is to keep people from the crimes, and this is the insulting to the Holy Bible or to the Holy Quran to put their verses on the gun point.
Glyn Bindon was the founder of the Trijicon company which makes the gun sights. A devout Christian, he was killed in a plane crash 7 years ago. Based in Michigan, his firm won a $660 million contract to provide the sights to the US Marine Corps. Company managers insist there's nothing illegal about adding the biblical inscriptions. The company's vision is described on its website. Guided by our values, we endeavor to have our products used wherever precision aiming solutions are required to protect individual freedom. We believe that America is great when its people are good. This goodness has been based on biblical standards throughout our history, and we will strive to follow those morals. An American general has now taken overall control of the NATO mission to train new recruits for the Afghan National Army and police. This recent target practice, filmed by Al Jazeera, shows them being put through their paces on a firing range. None of the American weapons they're using, though, have the inscribed gun sights on them. General Caldwell was attending a ceremony Thursday morning at an Afghan commando base. Medals for valor were being awarded to the men who had fought so successfully against the Taliban fighters in Kabul 3 days ago. So far, his public affairs department has failed to confirm or deny whether the Afghan security forces are being trained to use the sites. But looking through the ranks of the commandos, we did find some of these elite Muslim troops were indeed carrying weapons with the gun sights bearing the biblical inscriptions. David Chater, Al Jazeera, Kabul.